Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So we got Devin the Dream Haney going up in weight for the first time, challenging himself at 140 versus WBC champion Regis Prograis. Now, I'm looking at Regis versus Danilito Zorilla, his last fight. And we know how we saw the Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight. Both guys coming off of very, very close fights. Very competitive fights. Devin Haney got a unanimous decision versus Lomachenko. I scored that fight 7-5. I can see how you can give it 8-4 for Devin Haney. It was a lot of swing rounds. I can also see in some cases how you can give it 7-5 for Lomachenko, depending on what you like, but I had Devin Haney winning that fight. Very close and competitive fight. And Regis Prograis coming off of a split decision. Now, I think this is a really good fight because you have that classic boxer versus boxer puncher. Now, Regis Prograis has really good defense, head movement, good power. This guy has shown you that he can get knockouts with one shot. He's showing you that he can beat guys up. He has a great ability to walk forward and counterpunch while walking forward with good head movement, similar to how Canelo does. Walk forward with really good head movement, a lot of feints. Southpaw, got a nice southpaw jab. I wish he would use the jab more to the body. He uses it good to the head. And Devin Haney, I think Devin Haney fighting Lomachenko really is gonna help him like be prepared for a guy like Regis Prograis, because you just came off of fighting an elite southpaw in Lomachenko. Of course, Regis is a bigger guy. You're fighting at 140 for the first time. You're moving up in weight, challenging yourself to be a 2-division champion. And, you know, Lomachenko did land some left hands, particularly in that 11th round. A lot of people felt like Loma could have stopped Devin Haney in that 11th round. So I think Devin Haney learned some things in that Lomachenko fight that's going to help him going into this fight. I think it's good for him to go directly to a guy like Regis. If you're going to go up and challenge any of the champions at 140, you get a credible guy like Regis Prograis, a guy whose only loss came to Josh Taylor, who was undefeated and undisputed at 140 before losing to Teofimo Lopez. You know, you going straight up to a credible guy who's a champion, a dangerous fighter, and he's a southpaw. The best fight that's going to get you prepared for that is going to be a guy like Lomachenko, who comes forward, you know, give you feints, give you angles, head movement, who can counterpunch, but who can also be first. I think Devin Haney fighting Lomachenko really prepares him for this fight. Now, again, it's going to be different because you're fighting a bigger guy, and Regis has way more power, in my opinion. I think he got way more power and pop than Lomachenko. So I think this is going to be a great fight, man. Regis is a boxer puncher. He can brawl, though. I think Regis has more dynamics to his game than Devin Haney. When it comes to being able to brawl on the inside, to have a really scrappy fight, and to also be able to box from the outside, good head movement coming forward, countering coming forward. I like Devin Haney a lot in this fight simply because the reach, the jab, his ability to move and box off the back foot. Devin Haney does a great job of staying out the way when he decides to fight that way. If you look at the Lomachenko fight, he decided to use his size and his strength coming forward, throwing body shots. He was very consistent to the body all night. I think the body shots for Devin Haney is what won him that fight versus Lomachenko. I don't think he takes that same approach with Regis Prograis, coming forward, you know, going to the body. I definitely want to see him go to the body versus Regis, but I don't like Devin Haney being super aggressive in this fight, because that's a recipe for disaster versus a guy like Regis, especially in your first fight moving up. I like to see Devin Haney box off the back foot, make Regis cut the ring off and come forward to him. Use your jab to the head and to the body, but you gotta use that right hand too. He did a good job in the Lomachenko fight of using the right hand to the body. And if you look at Regis, you know, Regis is, you know, he a little bit soft around the mid area, and you haven't really seen a lot of guys go to Regis Prograis body like that. Now it's a risk because he's a good counterpuncher, you know, and he got good head movement. So, you know, I think it's more risky if you head hunt with Regis as opposed to going to his body. I think, you know, it's a risk both ways, but if I'm Devin Haney, I'm focusing on, of course, the jab to the head and to the body, but bringing that right hand down to the body too. You know, going down with a straight right, you know, trying to sneak in a good right hook whenever you can to the body. You know what I'm saying? But this is going to be a good fight. You got two guys who are champions in different divisions. You got Devin Haney, the undisputed champion at 135. He hasn't dropped his belts. He and Bill Haney said there won't be any dropping of any belts in 2023. As of right now, ain't no belts been dropped, but he's going up to challenge himself to become a 2-division champion, which you have to commend. You have to commend and respect that from Devin Haney. I hear people, you know, saying that they don't want to see this fight. They want to see him fight somebody else. I'm like, look, bro, Devin Haney is the type of guy who want all the smoke. He sent the contract to Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson turned it down. You know, people want to see, myself included. I'm a huge fan of Devin, Shakur, and Tank. I want to see all these guys fight. I really want to see the Tank Davis and Devin Haney fight, but we all know Tank Davis is the A side. He's the guy that's going to dictate terms. They ain't sent no contract to Devin Haney, so what do? Well, you go up to 140. Challenge one of the world champions up there. You got Teofimo Lopez. There's a rivalry between Haney and Lopez. If you can get past Regis Prograis, you set up a unification match versus Lopez at 140. Big fucking fight. And the Tank Davis fight can always happen at 140. He's fought there before. You know, so this is going to be a huge task for both guys. It's going to be a huge task for Regis Prograis to see if he can cut the ring off on Devin Haney, corner him, get him on the ropes, and pound on him, turn it into a brawl. That's going to be the Regis Prograis' best bet. For Devin Haney, you be a lot sharper and smarter than you was in that Lomachenko fight. He was sharp, especially in the first half. I had him winning damn near all first 6 rounds. I maybe gave Lomachenko 1 round in the first 6 or 7 rounds. You be sharp like that, but take a different approach. I don't want to see Devin Haney coming forward in this fight, trying to be aggressive and bully Regis Prograis. That's not a good look. I think he'll get stopped trying to do that. If I'm Devin Haney, I'm boxing, sticking and moving, using my feet, using my ring IQ, lateral mobility. You know, make Regis Prograis have to work for everything. And, you know, I think Devin Haney can win a unanimous decision. I think this fight go 1 or 2 ways. Devin Haney on unanimous decision, or Regis Prograis going to get to him, hit him with something bad, hurt him, and stop him. And Regis is a really good finisher, too. The thing with Regis is he be having off nights. You know what I'm saying? One fight, he looks phenomenal. Then the next fight, he be off. Like that fight versus Zepeda, he looked awesome. And then the next fight, you know, he ain't looking that good. So you never really know what Regis Prograis gonna show up. But if you look at the trend, one fight on, one fight off, that means his next fight, he gonna be on. So Devin Haney gonna have to be on his shit, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. What y'all think about this matchup. How y'all feel about Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. Our initial thoughts, who you got winning this fight initially. It's October 28th is the date that they talking about on DAZN. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender Regime Boxing. I'll holla at y'all boys, man.